this is Jazz of Jazz's Sin, and today I wanted to take a quick detour. I wanted to talk a little bit about religion and spirituality. So I want to jump into religion first. So the technical definition of religion is a particular system of faith and worship. Christianity. That's the one I'm mostly familiar with. I have seen a few other religions, but if you grew up the way I grew up, it was Christianity based. And particularly, I grew up Baptist. So my experience, we grew up in a church. My mother didn't play any missing church. We had to help build the church. We were there every Sunday, every Wednesday, every Friday. We went to Bible study. Okay, we were in the basement helping peel these metal rods so that they can build a kitchen area, actually. And that was the way life was since I could remember. We were with, First Union first, and then Fordham Gospel Mission. And that's the church that I currently belong to, even though I haven't been there in a while, but we'll get into that a little later. Spirituality, right? So spirituality, the technical definition is the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Spirituality for me is just believing in something higher than yourself. Believing in God, specifically for me, and your personal relationship with him. And that's how I take spirituality. My experience with spirituality has been my Bible study, getting to know my Bible, which is a part of my religion and how it was taught. But it was the way that I wanted to learn from it. It's the way I interpreted everything, not the way the system worked. So religion versus spirituality, right? Religion in jazz terms is a set of rules, very old rules that now as an adult don't really feel comfortable to me. It's the you as a woman have to be in a dress in church. You as a woman have to hold yourself to a certain standard. Even though I believe we should all hold ourselves to certain standards and accountability, I believe some of the ways of the church in religion is outdated. So for me, I know the church is home. I know the church is safety. I know the church is where you learn to have a relationship with God. You learn, it's like school. You learn how to do something, and then you get out and you have life experiences and you build off of that. And you become a subject matter expert by living it, by actually doing what feels right to you. For spirituality, my personal preference, like I was saying, like reading my Bible, getting into my Bible, I don't like to go from front to back. I like to jump through. My favorite book in the Bible is Psalms. Psalms 50 and Psalms 51. Then I like Jeremiah 29 and 11. I like to be able to jump from place to place because I might be in a different headspace. Some days I'll just open up the Bible and I'll take what's in front of me, and I'll take that as meaning something for me for within that day, and I go with it. It's a feeling. Spirituality is a feeling for me. It's knowing that I can see something and take it as a sign. It's personal. That's the biggest thing. It's the personal relationship with God. It's not my relationship with my pastor. It's not my relationship with the deacons, or it's not my relationship with the ushers or anybody else within the church. This is me personally being with God and getting in my prayer closet, getting on my knees, or if something's going on, or if something's going so right and you don't understand why it's going so right, just being able to praise and say thank you, and knowing it's something greater than you. And that's what spirituality is for me. And I don't know if you know, but spirituality is kind of my thing. Religion is also my thing. There is no way I can have spirituality without religion. Some people can. But for me, you need religion for spirituality. I know, like, when I was going through some really dark times, I had to go back to church. I had to go back to church for educational purposes. I had to get in there and learn again how to go to God, how to pray, how to get on my knees. Like, what I was saying might not have been the right way. I love to find information. And if someone else knows or is better at finding the information, then I'd rather go there. I believe there's a lot of stigmas when it comes to religion. And some of them I relate to. Some of them I don't see. I didn't see growing up. My church is my family. I love them to death. But they do have a lot of old world beliefs. And even though I'm technically a walk-in missionary, or I'm not sure because I haven't been there in a while. So I don't know if by time you're not allowed to carry that title, but I still do missionary work. For me, missionary work is just helping others. It's going and speaking the word of God and speaking life into others. And that's what I've been doing. I always have done that, especially with this pandemic and everything else that's going on, is being a light to others. That's how I see missionaries. And even with this community center that I'm trying to build, it's like the whole point of that is being a missionary. It's bringing light to the community. It's actually doing what we need to do as a society. I think everything goes back to the babies, right? Everything is to raise the babies. In the Bible, your child is not yours. You are the keeper of this child until God needs him or her again, right? You are supposed to raise this child up in his light, in his way. And I want to do that within the community. I want to help. It takes a community to raise children. It's hard out here. It's really, really hard to do it by yourself with children. And it all goes back to that. So that's just my little take on religion and spirituality. And if you guys want to have a conversation about that, get a little deeper into how I journal or how I do my Bible studies, or the prayer line that we do with the women on Fridays, actually called to a different pastor in Texas. And we do that on Fridays. And I follow Sarah Jakes Roberts, and her husband, Teray Roberts. And I love them. And these are feel-good things for me. This also goes into self-care, which we'll be speaking about in another video. But yes, that is this little chit-chat in a nutshell. The next video we're going to be having is my Fixer-Upper series. So I got some things happening with the house. I got to show you guys what the house looks like right now. And then we're going to go through the building stages and fixing some things up. I'm super excited because this is what I want to do. It's life, guys. And I thank you so much for being family. See you soon.